good, YouTube? Hey, y'all. I told y'all I was gonna come back. What is y'all doing? I told y'all I was gonna be back. So, as I predicted, on my day off, which was not really off because I still wanted to work, but I was supposed to be off, it rained. It's still raining. I don't know what tomorrow holds, and I'm off tomorrow, but I'm not going into work tomorrow. But it's raining right now. I told y'all every single time, it'll rain or it'll be so gloomy outside like it's about to rain, or it'll be cold and windy. And then on my days where I gotta work, it'd be so sunny outside. Everybody be coming in there, getting a little charcoal and stuff like they ready to camp out, cook out, all that good stuff. It's just not fair. It's not fair. So anyway, I promised y'all a story time, and that's what we're gonna do. I decided to just get the hard one out the way, so it just be there, you know what I'm saying? So let's just talk about it, okay? So, in the beginning of my pregnancy, I don't know if you guys recall in my first, or I think it was my first video, I told y'all I had a whole lot going on, where I thought I lost my child. So let's talk about that. That's what I want to talk about. All right. So when I was 11 weeks, and one night, I was closing up the store and everything. And for some reason, I don't know why I didn't go to the bathroom at work, but I just held it in. And, so I had it in long enough to go to the first house. So I went to the first house to use the bathroom. So I'm trying to rush out the truck. I was like, oh my God, I gotta pee. And my dumb ass, I do talk to myself sometimes, help myself, I don't know, help myself process stuff a little faster, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. So I'm thinking out loud. I was like, bitch, if you don't hurry up, you gonna piss on yourself. So I get out of the truck. I'm trying to hurry up and walk faster and faster. And then I felt something coming down my leg, yo. I was like, oh my God, I'm pissing on my fucking self. I don't know why I thought that shit was so funny, but bitch, I was dying. I was like, yo, bitch, you really pissed on yourself. All you had to do was use the bathroom at the fucking job, but I didn't. So now when I get to the gate to get in the house, I'm like, you know what, just walk, bitch, because you already done pissed on yourself. So just walk to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and then the rest of it came out, boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh my God, bitch. And then, you know how you hold it for so long, and then when you finally let it go, it's just like, it's like the best pee you ever had in your life. So then, when I went to go wipe myself, I always look after I wipe myself for some reason. So I did that, and it was blood on there. And not only was it blood, it was like bright red blood. And then it had like little blood clots on it. And then when I seen that, I panicked. And then I looked in the toilet, hella blood. I looked on my leg where I thought it was pee coming down. It was blood, y'all. And it was like, it was bloody. It was bad. So I instantly panicked. I was crying. I called my boyfriend in there. He wasn't really helping with trying to keep me calm or nothing. So I left. And I went to my house, and then I was like, man, this is it. So I went to the bathroom, and it just kept coming out. I was like, oh my God, I'm losing this baby. I was so scared. And I had passed from when I did come on after I got my IUD taken out. And I just picked the thickest one, and I just put it on. So while I'm on the toilet, I'm like freaking out because the blood clot's still coming out, and it's just dripping. And then I call my sister, and I call my mom. My sister answered. So I'm talking to her. Well, I'm trying to talk to her while I'm crying and panicking and shit. She's like, calm down. Don't assume the worst. Just calm down and, just go to the hospital. I was like, nah, it's is done. Like, I see all this stuff coming out. Then, while I'm on the toilet with her, a bigger thing come out. And I thought it was I thought it was the baby, to be honest. So I'm like, oh my God, I think I got my baby in my hand. I was crying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And I had miscarriages before. So I was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. So she's like, don't assume it could just be a blood clot. I was like, it don't look like no blood clot. I was just mentally trying to prepare myself for that you're losing your child, basically, because that's how I felt. So after she calmed me down, I get off the phone and I'm like, you know what? I got the pad on, I cleaned up and everything, and then I just laid down. And in my mind, I was like, I would just go to the hospital tomorrow and just let them tell me that I'm having a miscarriage or I've had a miscarriage and deal with it. So I did that. And then when I went to the hospital, first thing they did was draw my blood. Then they did an ultrasound. They couldn't see with the top part thingy that they put on your belly. So they did the thing where they go inside to look in. So when they went in there, she went to like my far right. And I seen what later on I discovered it was my fallopian tube, but I seen something big and round and it was dark in there. I was like, oh my fucking God. So I guess she took a picture of it. She's like, this is your right fallopian tube. I was like, oh. So then she just kept looking around. She said she couldn't find my placenta, and she went to my left placenta. I mean, my left fallopian tube, and I guess one's bigger than the other one or something. And then she finally went low enough, I guess, to see inside where the baby was, and the baby was there, head down, chilling, moving around a little bit. I was like, she's like, the baby's okay. She's like, the heart rate is beautiful, like it's growing. Because she asked me when my due date, and I told her, asked me when my last period was, and I told her. She was like, well, it looks like everything is going accordingly. So I was like, okay, cool. But why am I bleeding? And she told me that it was implantation. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought implantation happened in the earlier stage, like your within your first to 4 weeks. That's usually when you find out you pregnant, when your egg lined with your uterus or whatever, and then that last little drop of blood come out and you spot, and I thought that's whatever. So I'm like, damn, 11 weeks and I'm still, And she was like, if it's not that, then it could just be like a regular period, because some people have their periods until they have their babies. I was like, don't nobody want to do that. Like, the fuck? So I'm cool. Long as I know my baby was good, okay. If it's a period, it's going to go away within like 7 days. So I go home and try to thug it out. Then I want to say like 2 weeks later, it happened again. But I'm not at work. I'm at home this time. This time I pop up because I pee a lot. Since I've been pregnant, I pee a lot. A whole lot. And I drink a lot of water too. So that really didn't help. So I wake up early in the morning, go use the bathroom. Then I actually feel the shit sliding out of me and it goes bloop. I'm like, what in the hell was that? So this how it would go. It would bleed for like 3 to 4 days. And like, red, bright red. Then it'll go, like, get lighter. then it'll go to brown, like it's about to stop, like a regular period. And then it will stop, and in a few days it look like it's about to disappear, but then you still have little pink spots. Then it'll go right back to the bleeding and the clotting and whatever the shit was coming out of me. I was like, what the hell? So this happened, like, I want to say 3 more times until I was like, you know what? Let me go back to the hospital because this ain't right. And then on top of that, I've been trying to set up a doctor's appointment since I found out I was pregnant. And nobody would take me because they said I needed to do a follow-up from the hospital. So I'm not from where I am right now. I never been to the hospital but one time, and that was for my daughter. I'm not familiar with this area, none of that shit. So they trying to send me to one doctor. The doctor trying to send me to the health department. I try to go to the health department because that's the closest to me, and they do like clinic visits, whatever. So I'm trying not to go further because I hate getting lost. If I get lost, I'm a fucking panic. So I'm trying to go to the health department. They're like, well, call the hospital and see if you can get a referral and blah, 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 and get seen at this certain place. Then the hospital told me that they did a referral and they sent to a certain place. I called a certain place and they say, oh, well, I don't got no referral from either one of them. So what the fuck? And then, so then the last time I did this, I woke up. This what made me go back to the hospital. I woke up, and as soon as I went to like take my pants off to use the bathroom, it was like a big splash in there. I was like, oh my God, this is the fucking baby. Because this is like the biggest, and I can actually feel the joint on the pad. I could feel it on the pad. And as soon as I went to sit down, I could feel the rest of it just come out of me and just plop. I was like, bruh. So my Inspector Gadget ass went to get some gloves, and I pulled it out of the toilet just to see what the fuck was going on. So I actually looked at it without being scared this time. This thing was big and globby. When I tell y'all it looked like that, like it was like a handful, it was that fucking big, and I had a picture of it. I'm not going to show it on here because I don't want nobody to get squeamish and throw up or nothing. But, you know, I'm nosy. I need to know what the fuck is going on, especially with my body. I need to know what the tea is. So I'm looking at it. I don't see no baby. I don't see no, what you call it, umbilical cord, none of that shit. So I look further, and it's like a big glob, right? Inside of it, it looked like it's hella fucking blood clots inside this glob. I'm like, what the hell is coming out of me? When I went to the hospital, they said my cervix was closed. So how is this shit coming out of me? What the fuck is it? Where the hell is it coming from? I need to figure this out. So my goal when I went to the hospital is I'm not leaving until I get some certified answers, because y'all gave me bullshit last time. This ain't no implantation, all these blood clots and this big ass thing holding the blood clots. What the hell's going on? So then I goes back to the hospital. They draw blood again. They tell me with the blood sample, oh, you're pregnant. Really? Like, for real. That's all you can tell me. They told me I had a UTI. I get UTIs all the time. Every time I'm pregnant, I get them. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. But it's crazy because I drink hella fucking water. I drink hella water. Every day, all day. I drink that more than anything. So I don't understand. I don't know. It could be from holding my pee while I'm at work sometimes, because I'll be trying to get the mission done, and then when I'm close to done, then I'll go use the bathroom, or if I know I can't hold it that long, I'll go to the bathroom. Could be that, but whatever. So that's all I found out. They said I had a UTI. They said my blood levels was high for my liver, and they said it was like equivalent to chugging a whole thing of Tylenol, which I don't use, by the way. I don't even take any medicine. They say it's either the equivalent to chugging a whole thing of Tylenol or being a certified alcoholic. I don't drink and I don't take medicines. I don't know what the I don't know how that happened. But he was like, well, it could either be because you're pregnant. Well, he said it could be because you're pregnant. And he said sometimes pregnancy just elevates shit. Cool. But why am I bleeding? Y'all not ready to tell me it's implantation at this point. Because when I went back, I'm 14 weeks. The baby's already planted. I seen the shit myself. What do you mean implantation? Then it's like, oh, well, it could be the period thing again. They telling me it's the period thing again. Periods last for like 3. Sometimes it could be 3 days. Sometimes it could be 5. Sometimes it could be a week. I've never known to have a period for damn near 4 weeks or 3 weeks. Never had that happen before. And periods come and go. This shit never left. It'll die down and then come back. It never left. I never had clear going on nowhere. So I'm not understanding where I'm bleeding from. So they're like, well, we'll wait for some more blood results to come back. Nothing. So all they told me to do was take it easy. Maybe you're triggering something. And just ride it out basically. Cool. Cause whatever. So then one day I got curious because I'm in 2 mommy groups. I got one on Facebook and I got one with the mommy app. It's called What to Expect or something like that, or Baby Center, something like that. So out of curiosity, I go to the mommy center, the baby center, and I post something on the mommy's group, and I'm like telling them what's going on with me with the hospital and everything. And I'm like, I don't know what the heck this stuff is coming out of me. And I told them my symptoms and everything. So one of the moms answered back, and she said, I'm going through the same thing. That's all she said. Then another one chimed in. She said, yeah. She said, I'm going through the same thing, but the bleeding stopped. She said it's because I guess because her baby got bigger, so it like stopped something. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? Then like the second lady told me what it was called. So I Googled it. The symptoms was there. I looked at the pictures because the thing was called a hematoma. That's what was coming out of me, I assume. So I Googled that, like looked at the image. I was like, damn, that looked exactly what the fuck I just had come the fuck out of me. So cool. Then I went to the other mommy group. Anybody going through the same thing? Anybody went through the same thing? Few more moms popped up. One of them told me she had 2 kids, and it happened with both of those pregnancies. She said she had no, she didn't have no difficulties having her kids or anything, and she said basically the bleeding stops on its own, and she said it seemed like when the baby got bigger, that's when it stopped. That's what the other lady said. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? So then I Googled it again, and I'm like trying to really research what's going on. It's called a subchorionic hemorrhage, something like that, where your placenta is like somewhat hanging off your uterus wall or whatever, and it's not all the way there. And so I guess they get where it's open is where the blood and all that stuff was coming from. And sometimes it'll just come out like you on your period, or sometimes it'll like build up, and that's where the blood clots come from. And if I guess the build up, if it wasn't a blood clots, it was the hematoma, I guess. I'm assuming this is what the fuck it was. So now it makes sense, kind of. Now I'm more at ease because a lot of moms say they went through the same thing and their pregnancies was healthy and they had their kids afterwards and everything was good. So they said when the baby gets bigger, it's like they pushing that placenta or the piece where it was hanging tight. That's why I was like, why y'all keep saying when they get bigger? But okay, now I understand it. So instead of panicking and going back to the hospital, I just like, you know what? Let me just see how it goes. Let me see if it stops. Like they said. It's, let's just see. Because the hospital really couldn't tell me nothing. I had to find out from a mommy group. So shout out to them. Anybody who starts one, kudos to y'all, because y'all don't know how many people y'all could be helping out and all that, which is why I'm doing the videos and these videos too, because I could be helping out the same type of person, or y'all could be going through the same shit that I went through, and listen, we in this together. That's all I gotta say. So as my baby got bigger, as my little belly got bigger, it stopped. Thank God. It stopped. So now I'm no longer bleeding. And I lied to you not. I still check when I use the bathroom. I look at it like, whew. I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. But I still check every now and again. Because that shit is scary, y'all. It is scary. Nobody expect that shit to happen at all. I thought I was losing my child. But by the grace of God, this child is still here with me and is currently kicking me as we speak. And I feel like maybe that's her trying to tell me to take my ass to bed. So we about to stretch out or whatever. But listen. He, she, it is moving a lot now, a whole lot. And that's another thing that kind of kept me calm before I found out what I found out. When the little blood clots and the hematomas was coming out, I just sat on the toilet and was listening. Because before I felt the movements, I could hear it moving around, like the fluttering noise. It's hard to explain, but if you had a child, you know what I'm talking about. But you can hear it. It kind of sound like you got the bubble guts, but it's not. It's the baby moving. So I used to listen around for that. And then if I hear it, I'm like, okay, don't panic, bitch, don't panic. But I don't hear them noises no more. I feel everything. I don't know if it's be the hands, the elbows, the feet. I don't know. But it's low. And so, like I said, I went to go see the baby recently, and the legs was crossed real tight. And it's good. I seen the little nose, so it looked like it's gonna have the same nose as me and my little dumplings, like the siblings. So that's cool. And this part was so cute. I wish she got a picture of that. That was so freaking cool. And then she got a picture of the baby hand. I thought it was dope. The baby hand was dope. I was like, damn. But it's growing good. They told me that it was a pound already. And it's just beautiful. Like I said, my due date was changed from the 8th to the 1st. And every time I go, they tell me that the head is down. Oop. So I don't think I'm gonna make it to the 1st of August. I feel like I'm gonna have it way before then for some reason. And I don't think I'm gonna have an August baby this time. I really don't. If I do, cool, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That's my scary ass story. That's probably one of the most scariest things that ever happened to me in my life. Like, I don't know. Just the thought of losing another baby was like scary as hell to me. And then none of the professional people could tell me why I was bleeding. That was so fucking scary. And you keep telling me that it's a period. That's not a period. Now, with one of my kids, I did come on like the first 2 months on and off like a regular period. And then after that, it stopped. And that was it. And then like the last month, I started bleeding again, like a period. And then it would stop after a certain few days, like periods do. And that was it. And then I had her. So, yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's my story, y'all. I'll tell you what, it's been one hell of a journey so far. And I have 4 more months to go. And now that I got the hard story out the way, now I can tell y'all some more in the next video. So y'all gotta stay tuned for that, because like I said, I can ramble. So I'm just gonna stop it now, because as y'all can see, my little eyes getting low. My little thingy in here is moving a lot, telling me it's bedtime. So I'm just gonna listen. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you ain't subscribed, I don't know what you waiting for, because I told you I'm going to keep on coming with these videos. And I'm going to keep posting them. And y'all better hit that notification bell if y'all want to see some more videos. So when I make them, y'all going to know it, because it's going to come to y'all or whatever. And yeah, we're going to have another talk next time. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to bed, honey, because she off tomorrow, but I got to wake them kids up, baby. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.